Welcome to Upgrade. I'm your host, Frank the Tank. And today, I bring an older model computer. We're going to upgrade it to a higher SSD. If you can see, a 2 terabytes. All right. So this is a Dell Precision 7710. It's an older model, but you want to continue, give it some more life. This is what we can do. We're going to open it up, and then we're going to take a look at it. And of course, clean it up a little bit here and there and make sure that we could continue its lifespan. So let's go ahead and start up. So today we're gonna upgrade the 2 terabytes, and if you guys like what you guys see, make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe. All right, first of all, 7710, older model. It's heavier. If you guys don't know anything about this machine, has plenty of real estate. Of course, you got your USBs 3.0, 3.5 audio jack, your SD card. On the other side, it's almost similar to it, but you have only one, and then you have the old display micro display port, and then you have your HDMI, and then of course an SC card reader too. So let's go ahead and open it up. And to open this one up is very simple. All right, you gotta definitely remove the battery. So once you remove the battery, you hit the button, and then you just bring it back down. And there's only a couple screws you have to remove in here, and this is pretty much what you have to remove. You remove this one on the far end, of course, right here on this end. You remove one screw here. We're gonna put this on the side, and then there's another one far end here. And sometimes they put one in the middle, but today there isn't, so we're just gonna take these two apart, push it back just once, just a little bit. So right now it's pretty much plain. You take out the two screws and you just push it back, and that's it. You lift it up after. To grab it, it's a little slippery, so we're gonna remove this out of the way. Now here you have two SSD, and you can convert them into RAID. You can make a RAID out of them, but today we're just gonna replace one and move on. Or what we can do is replace it, format it, and then use it as a storage too. You can continue using the existing one that it has. So right now we're gonna remove this first, slot 3 out of, and this is slot 3 because this one contacts number 1, and today we are running our actual computer out of this one right now, and it's about time we gotta actually upgrade, because we don't have a actual SSD on this machine. It was running out of a mechanical drive. I was running out of a SATA drive, and today this one only has 512. We're gonna upgrade it to 2 terabytes and see how fast it goes. So like I said, I have my 2 terabytes in here, Samsung. I'm gonna open it up. It's already ready. The slots are ready, and this is NVMe, ready to go, 2 terabytes. But we're gonna remove this one, and we're gonna format it separately. First, we're gonna put the OS on here. Now, there's two ways you can do this. You can transfer your OS to the actual slot. You could actually convert this. So we are gonna do that. We're gonna copy and clone it into this one, and we're gonna do another video on that one. So if you guys want to know more about it, stick around on the next video. So today what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put in the new slot in here, and we're not even gonna touch anything. We're gonna go into the system and do the upgrading on the system, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna install some software, and we're gonna clone this one to mimic this hard drive into this one. So we're gonna do that in another video, but today we're just gonna upgrade it. So what we're gonna do is, here they do give you one screw. If you can see that, one screw's right there. You could add two in here, like I said, and do a RAID. So what you gotta basically do, this is slot 1 of 4, of course. So you do this, and then you take out the screw in here, and all you gotta do is push it down, close it up. That's pretty much it. That's all she wrote. We're also going to cover it. Make sure you could remove the tape, so you can have the thermal tape in there. I'm going to close it up in here completely. All right, so we installed the actual drive in the system. So let's go ahead and format it. And the way we're going to do it, we're going to show you a couple of ways how to format it first. Because right now, as you can see on my desktop, there is nothing in there. It's not showing up the secondary one at all. So if it's not showing up in there, we're going to go BIOS, of course. We're going to go into BIOS and see if we find it there. Shut down. We're going to restart. We're going to hit F2. Or sometimes it's delete or F12. Depends on the situation it tells you there. Some systems are different, so just be aware that, just read your manual for different systems that you install. You have to go into BIOS. And there's different ways of going to it. F10, F2, delete, Alt F2, or I mean, there's different commands for every single company has different ways of coming in. But universally, universal is F2 pretty much for a lot of companies, a lot of motherboards. But now these days, everybody's getting a little fancier because they want to start up some diagnostics and stuff like that with this. So we're gonna see if we could get in right now. All right, important. When you get to BIOS, however you get to BIOS on any kind of motherboard, you guys just gotta make sure sometimes you have to enable the drives. On the older models, you have to enable them. On the newer models, it automatically identified that there is an M.2. On here, on the Dell system, you have to come in here and show the system that you have an M.2 on one of the slots. So you have to check them, either slot 1 or slot 2, and that's about it. That will enable your system to identify the M.2. All right, we're back again. We're gonna go ahead and see if it worked, our fix worked. So go the same way I told you, go to a computer. It's probably the best way, the easiest way for people, instead of typing it in, because people type it in, it's quick, faster. But if you're not familiar, right click on it, go to management, manage, right? And bam! Automatically show up that it found it. So you have to go in BIOS. I had to go BIOS and set it up. So I took a screenshot so you guys could see it, what I can do. So once it finds it, say okay, and it's gonna identify right now. It's a 1800 right now. If you guys see it right there on the corner, I'm gonna try to move myself a little bit away from the corner here. It's finding it. It's perfect. So we're gonna go and format it. Quick format. New. Next. Next. Assign. We'll assign D for now. These dots. Okay, next. Format to NTFS. Yes. Let's go ahead and finish. And that's pretty much how you set up your internal NVMe drive in there. So now we're going to clone it, and that's the next video. If you guys want to stick around, we're going to go ahead and do the next video, how to clone this. So there's a couple of ways to do it, but I found an easy solution. So you guys want to stick around, check out my next video.